Which 30 to 1 morning line horse do I have in my key box for the Southwest Stakes? Watch this video to find out.
Trust the Profits is proud to be sponsored by Game of Silks. Go to silks.io to get in the game. Real ownership, real races, real rewards.
Trust the Profits, it's a formula here. Yes, we do have 4 stakes races coming up that are going to have points for the Derby prep races. Southwest Stakes being the biggest one in terms of the field. What do we have here? Yes, we do have quite a large field. If you have problems reading that, don't worry. We're going to go through those horses one by one. It is a G3. It is worth $800,000. It is at Oaklawn Park. It is called the Southwest Stakes, and they're going to be going 8.5 furlongs, which is 1 mile and a 16th on dirt. There are the odds. There's some shockers for me there. Makx Bay getting 3 to 1. I had to scratch my eyes and make sure that was correct. I did not have Makx Bay that high. I have a lot of horses higher than him. Is he going to make my top four? Just have to wait till the end to see. Let's move on. Talk about Makx Bay real quick here. 2 wins in 5 races. Last one out was an impressive win, going 1 mile and 70 yards. Gate to wire, winning by 10 lengths. That's what makes it impressive. In a 53K allowance race, though, I mean, we're talking about classing up here. Previous to that, 2 6th place finishes for the Michael Stidham horse, stretching out to 8.5 furlongs. One of the races was a 200K 6 furlong stakes race. I just don't understand why we're getting 3 to 1 on this horse, and I am ready to move on. Charleston has yet to break his maiden, claimed off of Brad Cox after 3 maiden attempts, all of them maiden claiming races too, not maiden special weight races. His last race, his 4th race out, was a maiden special weight race, going 1 mile, holding near the pace for about a half mile of the race, and then just fading back to 11th in that one. Under Cox, a couple decent attempts to break his maiden, a 2nd place finish, a 3rd place finish, but not enough to get it done. Magic Grant. Yeah, Game of Silks owner, Cowboy Stables. 1 win for Magic Grant, 3rd at the Remington Springboard Mile, 2 lengths off of Oto The Conqueror. Closed the gap from 5 lengths, so we're talking about a deep closer here, to 2 lengths at the stretch. Yeah, 2 lengths at the finish was Magic Grant. Winner of the Clever Trevor Stakes, going off at 24 to 1 there. Closing from 8th place, 10 lengths back to win by 4 lengths. So, heck of a closer there, Magic Grant. Oto the Conqueror definitely has an awesome name. 3 wins and 1 2nd place finish lifetime. Winner of that Remington Springboard Mile that we just talked about. Stalking the pace, closing for a win, 3/4 lengths over Glengarry in that one. Winner of 127K, 7 furlong optional claiming. Going gate to wire, beating Honor Marie by 4 lengths in that one. And Just Steel was also in that race, placing 5th. This is a pace setter, a pace pusher. This is also a horse that we have yet to see stretch out to 8.5, even though he has been getting quite a few accolades up till now. A lot of 7 furlong races for Oto the Conqueror. Curious to see how he handles that extra half of a furlong. Winstock. 2 wins in 4 races for Winstock. The most notable one being the Los Alamitos Futurity, beating Stronghold by half a length there. Not a stacked race, not a huge race, but it's the Los Alamitos Futurity, so it's worth something. And this is the one Bob Baffert horse being sent over to the Southwest Stakes. Last year it was Arabian Night. Before that, it was either Newgate or New Grange. I can't tell the difference, but it was one of them. It was the Bob Baffert horse, and it was the one that won. So Bob Baffert going for 3 in a row here, and also, now that it is after the 29th, Bob Baffert horses are officially off the Derby trail, not allowed in, wasn't able to transfer in time. So I'm curious to see what happens here. Is Winstock going to, play the ruiner for 11 other horses in this race? Next, Liberal Arts. Game of Silks owner Gibbs Racing, 2 wins, 100% in the money finish for Liberal Arts, so you gotta like that. Winner of the G3 Street Sense, closing from 5th on a wet track and winning by over 2 lengths over Moonlight and a number of other horses owned by notable trainers. 3rd place in the G3 Iroquois, coming from 6 lengths back to close in that one. So we're talking about another closer here who, with the right opportunity, could close out from a good distance. We do have some pace setters in here. Are they going to burn each other out? That's the question. I mean, How tactical are they going to be in their approach to those first 4 furlongs? Carbone. Carbone? Carbone? I don't know. It's a plate of pasta to me. 2 wins, 2 races lifetime. This is the second Steve Asmussen horse. The other one we talked about was Otto the Conqueror. This is the Mytol spawn. This horse has never been off the lead. Gate to wire wins in both races. 140K, 8 furlong. AOC race at Oaklawn, beating Lightline by 4 lengths in that one. Gate to wire win in his maiden special race, first maiden special weight race. 6 furlongs there, beating Goldbrick by 8 lengths. Clearly a pace setter. Steve Asmussen, Ricardo Santana. I can't wait to see what's going to happen with Carbone. Common defense. 2 maiden special weight races. One was a win. One was a second place. 3.5 lengths over Give Me Liberty in the 1 mile, the last race he had. And the second place finish going 8.5 in that one. Had the lead for a while, but did fade back. Lat Long beat him by 2.25 lengths. Definitely worry about the fade there. I mean, obviously rebounded in the mile, but was that extra half a furlong what held him back to second place? In his first race, I'm willing to give him a pass on this one. So definitely an interesting horse here, and the first of the Ken McPeak horses. Linebacker Terry Tate has yet to break his maiden, but 100% in the money finishes. Has looked pretty good. We're talking about a horse that does start slow, but he also rallies deep. And starts to close out towards the finish. So starts off slow, noted in 2 of the 3 races, often rallying from deep to close, but falling short. Second and third place finishes in both cases, or in all 3 cases. Mystic Dan, Ken McPeak horse, came out of the gate screaming with 2 fantastic wins. Or 2 fantastic races, I should say. He broke his maiden on his second attempt. The first one came up just short, but since then hasn't looked so great. So 5th place at the Smarty Jones, was in second place for most of the race, but then he faded to 5th, going 3 lengths behind Catching Freedom, the winner in that race. Also had a 5th place finish at Churchill in an allowance optional claiming race, 127K purse. Batting a length, battling a length off the pace and fading 8 lengths behind Houday. So, Mystic Dan was on the boat early on, 2 5th place finishes. Now I'm off the boat. Just Steel, a horse I really want to fade. I don't know why. Game of Silk's owner, Final Stretch Farms. Well done there. Can't really fade him anymore though. Look at what he's done lately. So second place at Smarty Jones, behind Catching Freedom. Close to the pace there. Ended up finishing 2 lengths off behind Catching Freedom, as I mentioned. First place finish at the Ed Brown Stakes at Churchill. Only 6.5 furlongs there, but still impressive, winning by 2.5 lengths. Didn't look good at the Claiborne Futurity, which is why I wanted to fade him. 7th place at the Hopeful, but it seems like within those last 2 races, starting to really turn it around. Like that Smarty Jones race, I think that buys him some credit, at least to get some sort of in the money finish here. And Awesome Road, Game of Silk's owner Tim Coyne, 1 win in 3 races. 5th place finish at the Kentucky Jockey Club, where he started in the back in 7th. Didn't really improve. Improved a little bit to get up to 5th place in that one. At the Claiborne, similar to the Kentucky Jockey Club, started out in 7th. Never really improved. Never closed. Lost to Lock by 15 lengths in that one. In his first race, did break his maiden right away at Ellis Park. Brad Cox, Flavian Pratt. Got to check to make sure Flavian Pratt is still on the mount here for Awesome Road. And finally, the summary. Who's it going to be? Yes. I'm going to speed, and more speed. I will take the early speed despite the challengers. Winstock will be challenging Oto The Conqueror. Will he be challenging his Asmussen brother? I don't know, but can't get over the fact that Carbone, whatever you want to call him, has yet to be out of first place in any of his other 2 races. He's gotten up to a mile so far and kept going. I'd like him here as my safe pick. 9-2. Really like the value there. Liberal Arts getting 8-1 right now. I think that's a steal. Liberal Arts, I think, is a fantastic horse. And could end up surprising here. He's a horse that could be coming from behind if we do get into a pace struggle here. That last bit on the stretch there, he could be charging down, and he's probably the best closer in this race right now. There's a couple other horses to think about. I will key Carbone. Liberal Arts is in there. Just Steel, as I just talked about. I like the way he's been running lately, and I will throw him into my box there. And then I teased the 30 to 1. I'm giving it to Magic Grant. The distance he's been closing at, again, if we get into a pace duel here, whoever it is, and some of these horses burn out, Magic Grant, if he gets the right opportunity, that is a horse that can make up some ground during the stretch. At 30 to 1, every once in a while you get these horses that sneak in, especially in a big field like this, that sneak in that you don't expect. And oftentimes it's going to be a closer that is extremely opportune. So I'm throwing Magic Grant in there. And there you have it. That is the Southwest Stakes. I am the formula. I hope you enjoyed. If not, don't tell your friends you didn't enjoy. Just hit the like button and move on. Comes to the next one. You might enjoy that one better. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.